Got to recount this. First cut on DPZ. Yep, correct. Let's see if we can get there though. Tidewater is pushing up here as well. DPZ 540 and change is what we're gonna look for. Q's recapturing the VWAP here. Watch out. Let the NQ recover. Oh, Reddit, another alert. All right, so I'm just gonna leave those names here so that we can come back and look into it. APH, HPQ, and Reddit. These three names, alert just went off on these three, so just keep an eye out for these, and we'll come back to see how it goes down the line. Qs look good here. Interested traders who wants to long this can consider doing so, but wait for this 1 minute candle to 2 minute candles to close. Pushing, pushing, pushing. A lot of stocks are pushing up here. And for QQQ, if you're interested in longs, small positions here won't be a bad thing to do so. Stop losses should be at the lows of the day. As long as they hold about the VWAP, we are good to go. Good to go to take this all the way towards that 180R push to the upside. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Beautiful push to the upside here. All you need to look out for now is the VWAP. Nothing more, nothing less. Tidewater is doing good. All the other rest of the names are performing exceptionally well today. GTW up, Carg up, ADI up, Hood, HIMS, new 52-week highs, Domino's pushing higher. Every single name in our watch list has been kicking ass right now. Your small accounts should be doing really, really good. If it's at least should be up like almost like 2% into the open. 1.5 to 2%, regardless of like how much do you risk in before. If you're in longs on Qs, stay there. There's no reason to make any changes at this point. It's one of those days where you just open and leave it, come back at the close and manage it sort of scenario. Tidewater looking for the new highs here. Watch out. As long as they hold above the VWAP, we're good to go on the Qs. Testing the overnight highs. Let's see if they can crack it open. They come back down to test the VWAP and continue to push higher. There's another entry for longs. Mark the highs and lows of the first 5 minute candle as usual, ORB. Testing the VWAP. Let's see if they can push through. Need them to hold the VWAP here and take out the ORB highs so that we can average up on our initial position. Beautiful push from the VWAP here. Let us see if they can continue and push through to the upside from here on. What's the ORB highs? Yes, for Domino's, it is indeed too late, and most of the names which we are on is gone to the upside. It's way past. On QQQ, you can establish a small position in here on the Qs. We will see how it goes. Small positions from the VWAP for longs and calls for Qs, similar, same. Establish a small position. If they take out the ORB highs, we can add more to our positions down the road. Setting up to be a trend day, and we'll wait and see how it goes. Bouncing from the VWAP here. $300 to the downside on NQ. We are mostly expecting a trend day today, Aaron. If it gets us, if it can offer us that, we can just take it and close it, call it a day. Testing the highs here. Watch out. Selling some on the NQ longs here. Leaving that one runner on the table towards that 19,500s or how much ever high it wants to go. Same with the Qs. Leaving the options on the table, there's no changes made to those positions. So we're going to wait and see how far they can take this to the upside. Testing the CPI highs, watch out. If you got into the call options when we got in, those positions should be up at least 30 to 40% from the entry. And leave the runners on, take some profits off the table, and we'll wait and see how the price reacts around this 57s to the upside. If they can take it out, 500s will be on the table. Apple is another beautiful chart, by the way. New all-time highs. Don't sleep on it. This can rip to the upside here from based off of how it's looking. Breaking out, so pay attention to it. Whenever a stock makes a new all-time highs, you'll see amateurs, oh, it's a new all-time highs, we shouldn't buy it at the new all-time highs. Yeah, fine, don't buy it. We'll buy it. We'll buy it and take it all the way back up. For now, wait for the VWAP. If they can recover, if they can come back down towards the VWAP, that's our entry. What is ADI doing? Snap is going absolutely nuts here. Wait for the VWAP, don't chase it. ADI, new highs, looking good. DPZ, what you up to? New highs, looking good. 540s will be the next target. Next target to look out for on DPZ. Hood, performing exceptionally well. NQ longs are doing really good. I had to sell my contract, my PC said, boo. Boo. That shit happens, man. Don't worry about it. Figure your internet connections, and playing it safe is much better. All right, here comes the test to the CPI highs. Keep an eye out here. If there's a little jittery, we might see it here, or they can just blow through all the way back up. So It's one of those easy days to trade where you just go long and leave the positions on the table and let the runners do the work for you sort of day. So you should be up at least like 30 to 40 points on NQ based off of the entry from the VWAP, which is currently at that 15th. So if you're going to scalp it, nothing wrong in taking some profits off the table here. But if you're going to leave some runners on the table, let the runners do the work for you from here on. Set your stop losses, let the runners do the work. Every single name is looking exceptionally well here. So here goes new all-time highs on NQ. Beautiful. Let's give it some breathing room and we'll handle it from there. And sold my second or 2/3 of the positions on NQ longs here. So just one more left on the table. Same with the QQQ, just the final few contracts left on the table here. And that is for the runners out from the rest. Most likely will be done for the day in another 10-15 minutes, and we can just go ahead and carry on with our lives. These are the type of days where we can make as much money as possible, close it early, call it off. Here comes the push. All right, almost a 60-point move to the upside on the NQ futures here. Consider taking some profits off the table and consider calling it a day as well. Sold my options on QQQ, and that account is over for now. And now just focusing on the futures. Took some profits on the QQQ calls, which was entered at around that 472 zones here, and just leaving some runners on the NQ. And if they continue to keep pushing up, they can do that. And we do have that one contract, which is going to monetize the same. There we go. Give me that 500s and I'll be out and I'll be done for the day. 20%. Beautiful. We just need that 500 stack around that 487s to 500s. If it can give it to us in one go, we'll just take it and we'll just run from it. There we go to the upside. Almost there. Come on. The problem with days like this is if you are not early, you're not going to get your entry. So don't try to like chase it over and over and over again throughout the entirety of the day. This is why we leave some runners on the table. And if it continues to keep pushing up, the runners will take care of the rest. For now, all we need is that 500s. Once you take it, close it, call it a day, come back later after Powell, where you get that second spike of volatility, and we'll handle it from there later. Come on, Qs. A few more dollars to the upside and we will be done for the day. Stops moved up on NQ longs, by the way, towards that 19,460. Almost there. And I'm out. All right, good day. Since I can't make more than 1500s, and we are done. And past that account, by the way. So now I just have to pay and get this thing done with. So it's almost like a 90-point push to the upside here. And close it, call it a day, come back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. So this is for QQQ. Close the options as well. And close the longs on NQ2. And we'll see. Tidewater, new highs, looking great. And what's the other name which we have? DPZ, what is that doing? DPZ is looking really, really good as well. Small account 1 is up almost 2.5%. Small account 2 is up almost 2%. Good day, man. Nothing to complain about. 4 hours. Yeah, exactly. So now, if you didn't catch this, wait for the VWAP. Most likely scenario, you're not going to get that VWAP tag until after Pavel. So once Pavel starts speaking, we'll go live again, which will be around that 2:30. If you missed out on all this move, which it took us like what, 5-10 minutes to capture this almost like two to $3 move to the upside on QQQ. That's it. Done. So now, next day, I mean, not next day, but we'll come back around that 2:30 zones when the Powell starts giving that press conference. This is just a thesis, by the way. Do not short the markets based off of the thesis. I don't have any money backing this thesis. If I don't have any money backing the thesis, it's not worth putting your money into. So let the Powell start the press conference. Most likely scenario, most probable scenario, you're going to get that slight retracement back towards that VWAP, towards the intraday VWAP. If you get that, buy the drawdown and take it all the way back up again. That is the only trade which you need to be paying attention to down the line. Getting a VWAP test on Snap, really? Okay, let me see. So hope that is clear. This is a beautiful 80-point trade to the upside on NQ, by the way. If you didn't take it, don't worry about it. Wait until Powell. Don't force anything in. The more you force things in, the more you're going to get stopped out for no reason whatsoever. So be mindful, be cautious. No reason to chase anything here. I will do a live for you guys again at around 2:30. I will be awake today, so I had a good night's sleep. So I will be awake. I will do another live for like around that 2 o'clock to 2:30. We'll stay on live and we'll see how it goes, and we'll trade accordingly. All right. So ADI pushing. Yep. Karg, AJ, from here on, Karg turns into a trader's choice sort of deal. What I mean by trader's choice is I did my best to give you guys a proper entry with proper stop losses and walk you through to more than 3 to 4 hours. All right. And from now on Karg and Hood, you do what's best for your portfolio. All right. So because it's gone, it's way far gone, and Hood is almost up like $6 from our entry. Karg is almost up like $4 from our entry price. It's almost like we're talking about 5, 6, 7 hours here from the entry price. Moving forward, do the runners whatever you have. We already covered the main initial first two profit-taking targets. From here on, the runners, whatever you have, deal with it like what you find best for your portfolio. All right. So if you want to sell it, you can feel free to. No one is telling you not to. If you want to hold on to it, go ahead, hold on to it. Nothing wrong with holding on to it either, because the trend is still up. One thing which you need to learn from this entire journey of Hood and Karg is learn how we didn't cut our uptrends early because we had one bad day. We had multiple bad days. You know, like how many bad days we had using Karg and Hood. There were days where multiple people asked, like, should we get stopped out? What should we move with stop losses? No. Staying with the winners, staying with the stocks which are outperforming the broader markets plays a major role. With that being said, Snap, I'm going to give it until like this 15-minute candle closing here. So, and then establish my positions. So this is still a good looking chart, and interested traders can establish a small position right here. And the ATR on this is currently, what's the ATR on Snap? Let's see. It should be around $1 and change, right? If I'm not wrong. 57 cents, not bad at all. Your stop losses should be around this lows right here at $15.30. Still a bit wider, almost like 1.2 ATRs, 15.30 and change. I'm just waiting a bit so that this 5-day moving average can start to slope positive here. So we'll wait and see how it goes. Apple looking exceptionally well. QQQ going absolutely insane here to the upside. Again, if you missed the entry, wait for the bubble. No reason to chase it here. No reason to front run it here. No reason to do any of these stuffs here. For Snap, interested traders can establish a small positions here. 0.5% risk will average up down the line. Let me just send out the alert before I forget. How do you guys feel about the server, by the way? It's pretty quiet and it's less noisy. I hope sticking to the plan, getting a basic idea on how risk control actually is. And you can clearly see how it actually impacts your performance as well down the road. The more you control the risk, the better your performance gets. 15, 30. Love it, love it, love it. Great, good to hear it. You've been watching your tutorials? Yes. And if you guys want to learn more and if you guys want to like expand whatever, don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything. If you want to learn more, if you're trying to expand something for whatever you actually have, ask as much questions as you can in the server. If you don't understand something, ask it right away. Because if you don't ask me anything, then I don't even know that you exist in the server sort of scenario, right? Like a lot of people pay for the server. I only know a few of them. I've spoken to a few of them, but in order for me to understand where you're coming from, to give something tailored to your account, I need to understand where you are standing at the moment. So you can try to do this if you're struggling to like on a day-to-day basis to make the profits or whatever it is. If you want to make yourself accountable, you should see that profit and loss channel in the server. At the end of every trading day, try to log your performance in there. Try to log whatever you did. This is a trade which I took. This is how much I made, or this is how much I lost. And I could have done this better, but I did this instead. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Log it down in there. So the more you feel like, okay, a lot of people are watching my performance, the less idiotic stuff which we tend to do. So that might help you out down the road. And that's what Alex does, by the way. There's a user called Alex in our server. If you go to the profit and loss chat, you can see his every single day's performance. He just posted regardless of positive, regardless of negative. So try doing that. It might be helpful. I don't care if you made a lot of money. I don't care if you didn't make a lot of money. And we are all new here. Our goal is to first breaking even. All right. So go ahead, check it out. And Rodriguez, I just sent you the video. What do you mean you couldn't find it? Yesterday, I sent you the video for Aviva. You said snap or 1530? Correct. 1530. Just small positions, AJ. Don't go heavy yet. Small position, 0.5% risk will average up down the line if needed. I like it here. Less going on and able to stay focused. Beautiful. And mostly a few things to take away from is you don't have to trade from morning to evening. It's not necessary. Most of the time, you'll see us trade from the live, we shut it down, and we just walk away with our lives. So something to keep in mind. That's how trading is supposed to be, less stressful. And you need to know when to stop. Once it's done, walk away, come back tomorrow, do the exact same thing. It doesn't matter. I have struggled holding on to the position all the way to the upside. Who cares, man? If you can make money, you can't capture every single cent from that particular stock to the upside. It's not possible. It's the fortune which you made in between that counts. So let's see. Glenn, you're already in the server. What you mean? Wait, did I post? No, I only posted the link in our server. You're already in the server. I didn't post a link in the Christian's chat. We're good to go. All right. So it's just like we're gonna fade away right now. The morning opening drive is done for, and it's almost like a 2.2 to 3 point move, and it's almost like what 90 to 95 point push to the upside on NQ. Regardless of if you traded futures, you should have made money. If you traded small accounts, you should have made money because of this gap up. And another thing to note, go back to yesterday's notes. We were prepared for a potential reversal as well. There is not a one thing where you'll see like, oh, if it goes up, we'll make XYZ amount of money in anywhere in the server from where I posted. The only thing which we discussed, what did we discuss? Control your risk. If things didn't go in your favor, the maximum your account should lose is 2 to 2.5%. We're glad that that didn't happen. Everything went to the upside. So our accounts are looking good. But we positioned ourselves in a way where like, okay, even if the worst things happened, well, we're not going to lose more than 2% to 2.5% of our entire portfolio. That's where the profitability and consistency begins, by the way. focusing on what you control over and not worrying too much about anything else. So with that being said, if you missed out on this trade, wait for the Powell. I can't force this enough. Wait for Powell. Don't enter and exit. Don't start snacking here. Oh, I missed out on this entire move to the upside. So I'm just going to buy a small call here to capture like $100 to the upside. I'm going to buy a small put here to grab $100 to the downside. Waste of money. And you guys should be glad that most of the brokerage in US doesn't charge an extensive amount of commissions, by the way. Anyone who trades from overseas can tell you how much money they'll be paying in order to just open and close a position. So get into a habit of like just walking away. If you made money, close the brokerage, walk away, and I'll send you another link at around 2:30. We'll come back after Powell and we'll see if something good shows up. We're coming back to the Powell with the intent of making fun of him, not to take any trades, but if some good trades show up, well, that's an added benefit. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. It's already been 20 minutes. I don't want to hold you guys for much longer and give my monologue over and over again, which I already gave 100 times before. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys at 2:30. What are we looking at first? Cut on TDW. TDW, let it get to that 108, which will be the all-time highs, the previous highs, 108 to 110. If it gets there, I'm still looking. If you go to the monthly charts on TDW, you'll clearly see the area of interest, what we're looking for. If they continue to push through here above this 109, we are most likely seeing that 120 is being tested. That will be around the highs of 2016s. So it's still a new 52-week highs here, looking good. But if they continue to push through, watch out for this 120 is what we are watching for overall on this name. We're not entering this name with an intent of like, I need to get this to 120. No, let's take it one step at a time. The first step will be cutting a few at 108 to 109. The next thing will be like letting the runners, just like what we did with Hood and Car. So we'll manage it real time. And Snap is the only position which was open today. And it's a smaller position at best. Leave the runners on the table and let's see how it goes. Small accounts are still pushing up. If you got an ADI, great. TDW pushing. Dominoes, new highs, 532s. Looking exceptionally well here for the account since we started. And if you started with the $2,000 account, you should be sitting good. And you'll see the versatility of controlling the risk and by trading just shares, by the way. Come back by year end by doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. And check your performance with the same trader who've been trading options with a $2,000 account. You'll exactly see what I'm talking about. We're more interested in compounding the returns down the line. So think of it like you're working 9 to 5, and after 1 month, you get paid for the same, right? Think of it like 6 months time frame. You're only going to get paid 6 months once, not on a day-to-day basis. 6 months, once you get paid, you're going to withdraw the cash, come back again, do the same thing. 6 months, whatever you get paid, withdraw the cash, start over again. 6 months, whatever you get paid, withdraw the cash, start over again. Because you need to pay yourself at one point or another, right? That's the point of trade. So I'll see you guys at 2:30. And don't force anything in right here. Close your brokerage, walk away. And link at 2:30 will be posted under the market updates. Yes, correct. For now, no changes made to anything else. Snap and Hood, do what's best for your position. Snap and Hems and Car, do what's best for your portfolio. Other than that, for moving forward, you wouldn't hear any updates from Hood, Snap, or Car from my end, by the way. The only updates that you'll be hearing will be from, no, it's not. You can still enter here, Rodriguez. Just make sure that your risk is just 2.5%, 0.5%, by the way, for now. We'll average up along the way. No reason to go heavy yet. Small positions with an intent of averaging up down the line. So no updates will be given from Hood, Snap, or Hems, Hood, Carg, or Hems anymore. The updates will be following on TDW, ADI, DPC, and Snap, and Bros along the way. All right. And take care. See you guys at 2:30. Bye-bye.